Maverick 100.9 Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss. Super excited to catch up with George Navarro. It is so good to see you, George. We have missed you.
Hey, Corliss. Thank you so much for having me back on your show. I really appreciate that. It's always fun talking to you.
I am always glad to have you, and for many reasons, because you're just a joy to talk to, and I've loved meeting you and just getting to know you each and time we get on here if we're at an event together. But honestly, the music keeps getting better every single time you come on as well. I don't know how you do that. I really don't.
Well, I really appreciate it. I think that happens when you pour all your heart into your passion, which for me is music. Even if I'm in the studio or if I'm on stage, I'm very passionate about what I do, and I try to. If I feel the song, I know the crowd is gonna feel it as well. It's gonna have a good reaction to it. So that's what I love to do. And thank you so much for the comment. I really appreciate that you like the music that I do. Thank you.
Of course. And I'm even more excited for this one because it sounds right up your alley. You really are killer when it comes to love songs, and you now are releasing beautiful love songs.
Yeah. That's the newest one.
What is this one about? Is it like true story, or is this just from your beautiful love song kind of heart?
It is. I remember my friend from Beaumont, Texas, Mark Nestler. He wrote that song a while ago, and he just sent it to me as, hey, just listen to this song. And I was flying back where I was at the DFW airport, and I was listening to it, and my now wife came to my mind. I was like, man, this is a perfect song for you. This is a perfect song for you. I just listened to the perfect song for you. And since that moment, I knew that I was going to be my wedding song. I knew it was like, this is perfect. But I never thought I was going to record it. And when I was working with my producer, I started just kind of singing to it. And it was like, wait, what's that? I was like, well, it's a song that Mark Nestler sent. I was like, that's perfect. So we rearranged the list of songs that we were going to record to put beautiful love songs into the mix.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, everything happened. Like when they say everything happens for a reason, that I couldn't have planned
right
that song or that video. I didn't know we were going to release a song, and I just got married on January 8th. So we already had all the footage from the wedding.
Oh my God. I feel like we have a lot to talk about, George. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But it really does sound meant to be.
Yeah, big time. But for the video, I already had all the footage from the wedding. So here in Chihuahua, we rented a theater, and we did some takes there, and it ended up being a good video. So go to YouTube and watch Beautiful Love Song.
You ain't making me cry today. No, mister. Because you know I will. Gosh,
I know.
Darn it. Now we got to listen to this song that's going to make me cry, but that's my job. So we're going to give it to everybody now here on Maverick 100.9 for the first time. This is George Navarro and Beautiful Love Songs. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air this single for you in podcast form, but it is available to stream and download. And today's interview continues now. Maverick 100.9. You just heard Beautiful Love Songs by George Navarro. Right now, I'm tongue twisted because of the stories that you were telling around this song. So let me get my brain together here. I knew that you and your wife had been together for a long time, but I didn't know you just got married in January. Yeah. That's incredible. Tell me about that.
Well, it was supposed to happen 2 years ago, but that was right when the pandemic started.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And that was right when you and I met.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, when I first released my first single, yes.
So then you hear Beautiful Love Songs and it becomes your wedding song, and then you release it to radio like that. I feel like I should be interviewing her because that sounds very overwhelming. What's the thought process there? Were there lots of tears?
It was something, I'll tell you. And in order for you to interview her, you're gonna need a translator or something. She doesn't speak English. yeah. She's gonna have to learn.
Oh, how
sometime
funny.
soon.
But she understands the song, I assume.
Yeah, I had to translate it to her for sure.
Oh.
I mean, it was gonna be the winning song. Like,
I just learned something new every time I talk to you. That is too funny.
And then because we got married here in Mexico, like her mom and her aunts and some family were asking, like, what does the song say? Like out of her families, and I think she was like, okay, so basically, since there's so many beautiful love songs, not one good enough for her. And yeah, there's me explaining. I already have I've already learned my lines to explain them what the song is about in Spanish. Okay. I already know what I'm gonna say. Yeah.
You know, you're such a versatile man because you did grow up in Mexico and, you know, moved to Texas. You play country music, but you've incorporated Spanish into a lot of even your radio singles. And I think it's so versatile and so unique. But I think it's really cool that you stay true to yourself and to your family, you know?
Yeah, that's always been important for me, to be as authentic as I can. And I mean, at some point I would love to release like a full song or a couple of songs in Spanish as well, because there's a massive audience here in Mexico that enjoys country music. I don't know if you've heard the Una Más Cerveza from Tommy Alverson.
I have.
And then, some people here love that song.
Yeah.
They love that song. And they re-released the Midland song, the Drinking Problem in Spanish. Yeah. So there's been songs that have been translated to, or not translated, because if you do the actual translation, it sounds weird.
Okay, yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
There's no rhyming and
exactly. So you do an adaptation to Spanish so you can fit the culture and what we would say in Spanish. They've become hits. So at some point I would love to do that here in Mexico, and probably tour Mexico, South America if possible, Spain. That'd be great. I know there's a lot of country music fans in Europe. So.
Those are big dreams. But if anybody could pull off that crossover, I know it would be you. Because there's just nothing you haven't done, even as a new artist. Like, technically, you are still a new artist, which is hard to believe because you've been cranking out #1 hits like crazy these past 2 years. So I'm starting to believe you are Superman. You are the Spanish Superman.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I work really hard. I like to believe that I have a really hard work ethic. Mm-hmm. So I try to pour all my heart into what I'm doing, and at the same time work hard and be patient. You know how it is in this business. You got to be patient.
Well, so speaking of patient, that's funny. I had this whole like shower thoughts thing going on last night. You and I were talking about before we got on air about, we're going to meet up again at the end of March at the Texas Regional Radio Awards. And I think you've got nominations. I've got nominations, but we were talking. So I got in a little bit of trouble with my award speech last year. It kind of derailed because I really wasn't expecting on winning. So I didn't prepare a thing. And so I've been thinking about it lately. And that word patience keeps coming to mind for me. And how many people that surround me, whether it's within my company or my family or my friends or artists, I've required a lot more patience this year than what I typically do. And I think it's cool that you kind of touch on that, because it's a word that people should be keeping in their mind, whether they need to learn to be more patient.
Yeah.
Or if they need to learn to ask for patience from others,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially nowadays, we kind of forgot the meaning of that word. Everything is right here.
It's on you're in Mexico right now, and we're having a conversation like we're right next to each other.
Yeah. So that's always important to remember, especially if you're trying to build a career. Mm-hmm. And probably in any business, but in the creative business, I think you got to be patient and wait for that creative moment, for that inspiration to come, because it is not there all the time.
No.
So when like with the song "Beautiful Love Songs," I wasn't planning on it, but when it happens, like, okay, this is good. So now let's work on it.
Yeah.
But it
and
took
look
a
at
while.
what it turned into.
Yeah.
The outcome of that patience is extraordinary.
Yes, and I'm really thankful. I'm excited to see where this all goes, and excited to be at the radio award show. That's going to be fun.
It is going to be a blast. Well, I am super happy with you. I'm so glad we got to catch up, and a humongous congratulations to you and your beautiful wife. That is so exciting.
Corliss, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And a little reminder to everyone else, you can find George Navarro anywhere you stream and download music. You can follow him on all of his social medias. Get this brand new single now. It's called Beautiful Love Songs, and go get the rest of his library because he's pretty incredible. George, thank you so much for coming on to Maverick with me.
Hey, it's always a pleasure, Corliss.